Alex, we always hear the term New World Order. What is that?
The New World Order is the establishment's catch-all phrase for all these groups and organizations.
Everything we've talked about.
It's the name of their agenda, the global elite's vision for the planet. It is a hellish prison planet controlled by them against a defenseless public.
How come this isn't exposed?
They did report on it. The Council on Foreign Relations now goes on C-SPAN. I mean, it's incredible. Now more and more, they just come right out with the fact that they're setting up.
Okay, here's the deal. We've got Tyrel Ventura, part of the production team, associate producer, camera guy, researcher on conspiracy theory. The last episode, 2012, the Underground Bunker program, that is coming up tonight, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. Believe me, you want to tune in and watch it. The hour before, they will re-air last week's show, which Jesse thinks is the most wild one, and that's the Manchurian Candidate program that we know is real. Now, is every person out there saying they're a Manchurian Candidate real? No. But that's going to re-air tonight, 8 o'clock Central, leading in to the new episode. But we have callers for the guest only, questions about Jesse Ventura, questions about the series, questions about the production of Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura. Tyrel Ventura is here giving us a different perspective or a different angle on the production. 1-800-259-9231, 1-800-259-9231. Tyrel, I want to get into your dad and politics, but before we do that, I've been asking the questions here. Any other points or ideas? You were getting into government drug dealing, how many times they've been caught, CIA aircraft crashing full of cocaine, and you got cut off by the break. Any more statements on that, or anything else you want to say to the audience?
The thing I want to say too is, don't I read the talkback section on the Facebook page for the conspiracy theory shit, for our show and like all of that, and I've gotten a lot of mail, to the company and to the production office, of people, telling us, look, I've uncovered this or I've found that, and we do take that seriously. I mean, if we do get picked up for a second season, we need material. So if you're if you have anything out there that you've uncovered or you think of, don't be afraid to send it to us. It's interviewing people out there and finding the truth of stories is what's going to help us. And if you got a little nugget of information about something that maybe you yourself are afraid to bring to public, we can do that. If we get picked up, and that's why you got to watch the show and write to truTV and get us picked up for a second season so we can keep telling the truth on, we got Alex doing it on the radio and in DVDs, and if we can keep doing it on TV, that creates the groundswell, and hopefully you can change the world that way.
Well, there's no doubt that there's a huge awakening taking place, and you guys were already aware of that, but producing the show, being out there on the street, really plunging with both feet into the alternative media and bringing it to mainstream media, building that bridge. This is unprecedented, trailblazing, avant-garde event that we've all witnessed, and I've just been honored to be involved in it. What has it been like truly immersing yourself in this, Tyrel?
Well, I mean, it's like you say, your head starts spinning after a while, and it's tough sometimes to decipher, which person's telling you the truth, which person isn't, whose side should you take in this, who's got the most information that on any subject that's going to fit right for the show and the style of the show and the editing. I mean, it was a tough, long thing to put together. You're out there, interviewing people, sending Jesse up to Alaska, going all over the place, and the government's not being helpful at all, and so it was a fun shoot to do. We worked with great people all around, and Jesse had a great time doing it. But your head starts spinning after a while because you get so inundated with information that you just kind of got to pick the best ones you got right there and go with them. I mean, we had so much more information on each of these subjects that we could put in. That we only have an hour, to talk about. So you kind of got to just grab the best things you can and hope for the best.
I haven't talked to your dad in the last 3 weeks since he left to get down to Mexico. Talking to him over email down there, he was super excited when I talked to him 3 weeks ago. Is he even more excited now that the ratings have just continued?
Oh, of course he's excited. I mean, we're just kind of all waiting to see and hope we get picked up. And but yeah, he loves the show and is very happy with it. And you know, and you know, a lot of, like I say, a lot of love to truTV. They never once, you know, really stepped in and said, no, you can't talk about this, or yes, you can. You know, I mean, they were very hands off. You know, I mean, you know, and they're very good company to work for. Same with Icelandic Productions, which is the production company that put it together. You know, great people to work for. And like I say, very hands off, surprisingly. You know, I was expecting, you know, the worst when you get into, like, you know, media conglomerates and, you know, they're owned by Turner and all that. You know, you never know what you're going to get into, but they were fantastic to work with. And really,
well, I was involved.
Day one.
I was involved in a big production for Discovery Channel with the director who did Some Kind of Monster, Brothers Keeper, and a lot of other top documentary films. I mean, the very top of the genre. And he said, I've never seen this in 20-plus years of filmmaking. The whole show was done. Executives came in and said, we're not doing this anti-New World Order stuff. $3.4 million budget. Killed the entire program. And I've seen that over and over again where the system does do this. But talking to your dad and other people in the production, they say that his personality, his gravitas, his research, you know, proving it. You know, he told truTV, you know, I'm going in to just find the truth. I have an open mind. He found the truth. It's our perspective because we are telling the truth. And it is the first national television show that actually comes from the reality perspective. And so how do you think this got on air?
I think it got on air. I mean, I think, the truTV, you know, believed in Jesse and you know, had the guts, you know, the executives up there had the guts to say, you know, let's take a gamble on this and let's take a chance. I bet there's an audience out there for this, which we found that there is. And also, I think, you know, we probably got in under the radar a little bit. You know, Jesse hadn't really been in the public eye for a while, and, you know, I think we slipped it by him. In terms of the you know, the media elite and the powers that be, I think we kind of slipped this one by him. But, you know, the great thing about Hollywood and television and all of that is, as much as they will push an agenda, they still love money. And in TV, it's advertising dollars. So, you know, like we say, the more people that watch the show and the more people that want it on the air and want this kind of information out there, you know, you got to write in and tell them to pick us up for the second season. Because, you know, they'll follow money before they'll follow.
Well,
greed comes first.
There is no doubt that if you put this on primetime, CBS, ABC, NBC, or Fox, that this would be a #1 show. And I know there's been some discussion down the road. I mean, we need to get another season on cable, but this needs to go to primetime television. Now, I don't think the powers that be are going to let that happen.
Who knows? I mean, that primetime television is so locked into you know, sitcoms that mean nothing and everything else, that, you know, and you know, murder investigation stories that aren't true. You know, that's the great thing about being, you know, on truTV and working with them is, you know, we deal in, like it says, we deal in not reality but actuality. You know, and it's been a great network to work with.
This is a real Perry Mason. I mean, you guys go out and do a real investigation.
Yeah, we're not CSI out there pretending with, you know, fake dead bodies. These are real issues we're dealing with, and you know, real people we're interviewing. You know, and that's what's so fun about the show is, you know, going into play and meeting a man who says he's a Manchurian candidate. You know, I shook his hand, I talked to him, and I don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but I can tell you this is that he believes in what he's saying.
Well, we know those programs are real,
you know,
and we know he had the car wreck and suddenly remembered all of this, and that's exactly in the real cases how this has happened. I mean, CIA officers like Olson died in these mind control programs. I mean, this is declassified.
Oh yeah, and you know, but to get out there and meet those people, and you know, and you know, I hope, you know, I can't wait for another season because there's a lot of other stories out there that we weren't able to hit this time around, and you know, like I say, you know, and get good ratings tonight and everything else, and we'll have a lot of fun next year. You know,
Tyrel, give people the address of the different websites that you run in association with the Conspiracy Theory Show, contact info, contact for truTV, some of the places people can interface with you and send you information.
Yeah, they can. I mean, you can definitely send mail to truTV, which is at 600 3rd Avenue, New York 10016. I check on the Conspiracy Theory of Jesse Ventura at Facebook.com. You know, go on there and you know, post things on there. I definitely read all the talkback stuff in there. You know, go onto the truTV website right through there, and then, you know, just voice your opinion and be heard. You know.
Okay, shifting
Well,
gears.
I can't take friend requests from everybody, though. So if you're on Facebook, and that's my private page. Don't send me all the friend requests.
I know it's a deluge. Shifting gears. I have congressmen on. I have political analysts on every week. I have top reporters on, people that really understand politics, the political landscape. The Republicans have no credibility. The Democrats have no credibility. No matter who we put into office, governments get bigger. The wars get bigger. Our freedoms get attacked. The banks are looting us. The Democrats and Republicans in all the major polls don't want the government takeover of health care. They found out it's not free health care. No such animal. It's a boondoggle to the insurance companies. Even Howard Dean, head of the Democratic Party, is saying that.